SportsLink is brought to you by Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape.
671 Recruiting held a signing day at TGI Fridays in Tumon. 4 players signed their letter of intent to play sports at the next level. Congrats to Zayshawn Adams, Randy Ngoko, Cedric Murphy, and Avery Gamboa.
I'll be taking my talents to Culver Stockman University. Just playing 10 games of high school football in general is just crazy to me that I can go on and sign. This season it's been really great. I learned a lot, especially even if it wasn't on the field, and my teammates just being there for me and just keeping my hopes high. It's been a true blessing. I want to give a shout out to all our coaches, my teammates, my family, and just honestly a pat on the back to myself too, to keep myself going and everything.
I'll be taking my talents to OLIVET NAZARENE University. Having my family here, it's a big blessing because they've been here with me for the longest time, and they've always had my back, and they always supported everything I did in my life. And having this opportunity, going to OLIVET NAZARENE University, it's a big blessing because not a lot of athletes, can go to this level, and that's just the way it is. It's truly a blessing, and people who go to the next level, they work hard, and I truly think I worked hard for this. Big shout out to my coaches, Coach Adel, all my other coaches, my family, my friends, and everybody who supported me along the way.
I'm signed to OLIVET NAZARENE University. Honestly, it's really just crazy how from off of one game, how I performed, how I put my heart into the game. And I think it's just great how he saw the opportunity in me and he knew that I could take it to the next level. And I just hope that I could perform to his expectations and go all out. I also want to thank my mom, my coaches and my family back there, because they've been with me ever since I got here.
I'll be taking my talents to OLIVET NAZARENE University. All right. I want to thank the players that helped me from the ground up each time we play. I want to thank my family who always supported me. I want to thank my coaches. But all I want to say is that I want to thank Coach Jada for giving me the opportunity. I'm ready for next year playing college football.
Easter Girls Basketball Championship, Islanders taking on the Bulldogs. Sophomore player Cassandra KIDO with 9 points for JFK. Islanders held on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. OKKODO's Amaya Fontanilla hit for 10 points as the OKKODO Bulldogs trailed 31-29 with 4:30 to play in the third quarter. Layla Smart with the pass to Jody Masili, who gets inside for 2 points. Bulldogs go on an 8-2 run to cut into the lead 40-38 after the basket by Jasmine Sampson, who finished the game with a team-high 14 points. Jada Hahn hit for 13 points. Rebound off the Smart miss. Jada goes right back up with it. Smart iced the game from the free throw line as the Islanders hold it down on home court for the title, 44-41.
Jada, from the beginning, from our freshman year, we came to JFK. We were little freshmen trying to fight and everything. I'm just happy that we finally got one.
This is my first year playing. I never got the chance to play because of COVID last year. There were restrictions and, but we held it up and we're champions, baby.
I felt overwhelmed when the clock hit 0. My team, we were just overjoyed, and we worked so hard for this. Our hard sweat and tears, it paid off, and we were able to get the win out of this. It was a very close game, it was a very close fight, but we were able to get ourselves together and just get the win.
Big hafaloa to Jaden Crisostomo for winning the 168-pound state wrestling title at the Blaisdell Arena in Honolulu, Hawaii. Jaden, a senior from Mauna Loa High School, finished the tournament 4-0, winning her first state title. Crisostomo is the daughter of John and Jean Crisostomo from Tamuning. Her father is a former MMA fighter. Her brother Jason is a sophomore and wrestles for Oregon. St. Louis High School freshman Colt McCready placed 4th in the recent Hawaii High School State Championship. He eliminated the number 2 seed to make it to the semifinals, losing to the eventual state champion. McCready was the only freshman to make his team and compete in the States. He is the youngest child of Brandon and Dina McCready. Colt also has a brother, Thomas, who wrestles in the NCAA. Girls National Championship basketball game hosted by the Guam Basketball Confederation. JFK and Academy playing for this year's bragging rights. Jada Han with 2 of her 8 points in the game. Cougars up 11-8 to start the second quarter. Mia Titano picks up the screen from Coco Paulino, drives and kicks the ball out to Micah Talahi for the deep 2. Han dribbling through traffic, finds Layla Smart open in the corner. Smart dribbles and pops the 3. She scored 5 for JFK. Titano put the Cougars ahead with her basket and 1, 3 the long way. Teammate Anika Amario drains the deep ball here. Amario with 6 points for Academy. Paulino and Titano working the give and go off the inbound. Titano sets the screen for Paulino, who hits from the outside. JFK got in foul trouble, sending the Cougars to the free throw line. 38-32 lead for Academy with 2:30 left on the clock. Oriana Sevilla gets the bounce on the 3-point attempt. Sevilla with 12 points. All of her baskets were from long range. Cassandra KIDO led JFK with 12. Jada Han with the assist to KIDO, who collided with Titano. Cassandra was able to get the layup to go off glass. Academy wins the national championship 43-34. Mia Titano with a game-high 14 points. Sanchez and St. Paul met up in the boys' national championship game. Jervik Honor with 5 points before fouling out. Ralph McCaldo kept the Sharks in the game, going to work inside. McCaldo with 20 points, 10 in the first quarter. E.J. Cruz with the dime to Jacob Miranda, who bounced back in a major way. Miranda put up 11 points. Jacob with the assist to E.J. Cruz for the lay-in. Cruz finished the game with 10 points. 29-27 St. Paul at the break. Aiden Bonbon is money on the mid-range jumper. St. Paul started to pull away in the third quarter. Xander Sanchez went off for 18 points as the Warriors took home the championship 66-43. I'm here with Noah Titano, professional volleyball player. You left Island after your 8th grade year and didn't really start playing volleyball until you moved to California, where you played volleyball in Carson High School.
My brother was like, hey, you want to try out for volleyball with me? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so tried out and made the team right away. Carson, the level of playing Carson's, it's good, but it's not the best. So making the team wasn't too hard. And yeah, so from then on, it just kind of started off as me just playing volleyball and like trying to get used to the play and how the game is run. And sophomore year, my dad asked me, he was like, do you want to continue this and try to get a scholarship playing the sport? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so with the support of him and my family, my dad would like make different things for me to get better, jump higher, you know, be stronger. And so Carson, I was JV for the first year, I believe. In the second year, so from my sophomore year to my senior year, I played varsity. Was a middle blocker for my sophomore year. Junior year and senior year, I played as an outside hitter. But it was great. And so from then, I just was kind of figure out like where do I want to go next.
Talk about how you were able to transition from Long Beach City to Concordia.
Long Beach City College, my coach there was Jonathan Charette, and he's a great coach. I learned a lot from him, and I've developed my skills a lot through him. And so Concordia was always kind of the background. It was kind of just there. You know, like my first year at Long Beach City College, I was like, okay, Concordia's there because Concordia is a D2/D1 school. And they're in the MPSF conference with all the other big name schools like UCLA, BYU, USC, Stanford, Pepperdine. I might be missing one or two, but it's a pretty big conference. And I was like, okay, like that's in the back of my mind. Still, by the second year came around, I wasn't getting much looks, and I decided to go to Concordia. And that's where I finished out my collegiate career.
How was your name thrown into the hat to play professionally out in India?
Through all the like preseason tournaments, preseason scrimmages, and I was playing pretty well. And also a big factor to all this was that a coach change. So the coach that was there the year I transferred over to Concordia, he resigned, and so we gained this amazing coach, Riley Salmon, ex-Olympian, amazing volleyball player. And so as soon as he heard that I was done playing volleyball, he told me, he was like, "Hey, I got an opportunity for you to play pro if you want to take it." And I was like, yeah, like why not? Why not? I don't have, like, my plan initially was like, I'm kind of done with volleyball, but he told me I can play, and he said it was in India, and I said, why not? Like, I gotta go, I gotta take it. And I knew I would regret it if I didn't do it. They got some big dudes over there for sure. I think at least there was maybe 1 or 2 7-footers on each, like, of the other team. So our team was a smaller team. Our tallest middle blocker was, I believe he was like 6'8", 6'9", maybe pushing 6'10". But a lot of the other teams had a lot of 6'11", like 6'10" middles, maybe a 7-foot, maybe even 7'1". So it's pretty crazy. But playing out there is amazing. All the players there, like, they love the sport of volleyball, so it just makes playing the game out there even better.
Have you ever spoken to any of the volleyball coaches here on the national team, or have you given any thought to maybe one day represent Guam at the national team level?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I've been wanting to. Like, that was the dream. That's still a dream. If I could represent my island and play this sport I love, that's like, it's a dream.
The Guam School of Hoops Camp Series takes place March 12th and 13th at the National Training Center. It's $75 per player. Morning sessions from 9 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon for boys and girls, grades 1st through 5th. Afternoon sessions 1 to 4 in the afternoon for boys and girls, grades 6 through 8. You can register at guam.basketball. For questions, email info@guam.basketball.
SportsLink is brought to you by Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape.